Good morning. Thank you again for listening to my story. I hope it gives you some ideas for your second act. So, today's title was, What Age Should You Get Married At? Actually, it shouldn't end in an at, should it? Anyway, this came because I was listening day before yesterday, to a really good fireside chat with Daymond John. And if you are not familiar with Daymond John, he is the founder of FUBU, and he is more famous, I think, for his time on the television show Shark Tank. So Daymond is a millionaire business owner, has been involved in multiple successful businesses and a few failures, as he'll tell you about. He shared a lot on this fireside chat, and I really feel like I got to know him a lot better. But he had a thought that really has stuck in my mind and just processed over the last couple days, so I wanted to share it with you and see what you guys think. I really do want to know what you think. So please, if you have an opinion on this, and I think every person over 18, every person over the age of 12 probably has a legitimate opinion on this subject. So I want to hear from you. I should have done a poll. That would have been interesting. What age do you think people should get married at? Or maybe, let's do it grammatically correct. At what age do you feel it is best to get married? That's a grammatically correct version. Daymond John's opinion was 35. Wow, that took me back for a while, but I really liked his reasoning. And just so you know my background, I got married at the age of 16. Yep, 16. So I have been married way over half of my adult life. My husband was 17, I was 18. He had just graduated high school. I had not graduated high school. And we found ourselves expecting our first child. So there you go. Talk about transparency, right? So we've been married 41 years, I think. This month, actually, July 27th will be our anniversary. And I'm always getting the years wrong. We got married in 1979, so I'm pretty sure that it's 41 this year. But I'm never quite sure about the counting. Anyway, we have been blessed, I feel, lucky. Some people would say, how did your marriage last so long, getting married so young? I honestly believe, here, it's Kat's secret to marriage, okay? We both were more committed to our God, who commands us to be married and to stay married once you get married. That was how we felt that our Father wanted us to live our lives. There are all kinds of reasons that doesn't work, and there are all kinds of reasons that we may not have made it, and I am not denigrating that. But I really do think that there were two main reasons that affected our marriage and enabled us to last this long. So if you want to hear them, here they go. Number one was both of us were more committed to obeying our Father than we even were to each other. So there's a scripture in the Bible, and if you remember it, put it below. I'm not good at remembering where it comes from, where it talks about a three-strand rope or three-strand twine that is much stronger and harder to break if there are three strands intertwined in a rope or a twine of any kind. And so in marriage, that applies to the husband, the wife, and God. So if you have those three things in a marriage, it really helps a lot. So that's the first thing I would say is, honestly, at the times, and my husband will have to speak for himself, but at the times that I was ready to throw in the towel and say, I'm going home to Mom, there was that commitment to, that's not what my Father wants me to do. So how do I make this work? Okay, I'm not saying it's easy. Believe me, I'm not saying it's easy. And I'm not saying it works every time, because you have to have two people that are both determined to do that, to make it work. So please don't listen to this and go off and say Kat's against divorce of any kind. I'm not. I understand people are people, and we're weak and we fail, and there are many times this could have been my story. So please don't take this as condemnation. But if you're asking, how did you get married at 16 and you're still married at 57, that's really the number one thing I would tell you. Second thing is, the military, the Air Force, and God conspired to have us get married, and about 2 months later, about 12 months, I'm not good at time, okay? Our baby was 2 months old, so about 11 months after we got married, he sent us to Italy. Okay, so here we were. By this time I was 17, Jeff was 18. He was a fresh two-striper, as the Air Force would call it, fresh out of tech school, sent to the boot of Italy where we knew no one. And back in those days, 30-something years ago, it was not as easy to pick up and call home. Cell phones were really not normal, not average, not much less being able to call internationally on a cell phone. So to call home, we had to go to the base, and it cost $40 for about a 10 to 20 minute phone call from the base to the home. And so we would go to the base and call home once a month. All right. So we had friends we made there. We joined a church there. That helped a lot, helping us have a little community of like-minded people to encourage us. And we were such babies. I'm telling you, I'll tell you stories later. But being that far from home made it a lot harder for either one of us, for Jeff to call home and bitch about his bitchy wife, okay? Or for me to call home and say, Daddy, you know. And it wasn't that we could just run home. It wasn't that we could call. So we kind of had to be each other's best friend because we were forced into that situation. And for that, I will be forever grateful to the U.S. Air Force, because I believe with all that's in me that that's the second reason that we're still married. So that's my backstory. Going forward, Daymond John said that he thinks the idea is that you should not be married before 35. And of course, with knowing my background now, you can see where I was like, huh? But the way he explained it, I really like it, because it is something I have struggled with, and I'm sure my husband has struggled with it. When you are 18, you have been someone's daughter or son all your life, okay? When you get married, you become someone's husband or wife for the rest of your life, or as long as that marriage lasts. Daymond says that he believes that you need that 10-year span to find out who you are. And I agree. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful idea. I don't think it's necessarily 35, but I think that definitely a few years there after you stop, and you never really stop being someone's son or daughter, but you know what I mean. We've been talking about empty nest moms and empty nest dads and how that grieving process. So when you leave home, you become someone's son or daughter in a different way. So I love his reasoning, and I think it makes a lot of sense that when you stop being someone's son or daughter, you need a few years there to find out who you are on your own before you become someone's son, before you become someone's husband or wife. So I loved that. I'd love to know what you think. I joke, what age should you be? Tell me your opinion. Everybody has one. I would not recommend 16. No, it's hard. And I think that's part of it. The thing that Daymond John touched on, I think that's part of the thing that's hard, is you go from being someone's daughter to someone's wife and someone's mother without that part of who am I on my own. So at the age of like 45, 50, I'm now working on that. So anyway, that's where I'm coming from. What about you? Where are you coming from? Have you been through divorce? And if you have, I think that is a huge life stressor, difficulty, and I think there should be a grieving process that you accept, because you're grieving. I've got 2 of my adult children now facing divorce, and I'm trying to be there for them and support them, because to me, they're losing what they thought their future would be like. And there's various reasons where it may actually be the best choice for someone, for the family as a whole. But still, when you get married, most people do not plan on the divorce. So when you get married, you've got that plan and that thought in your head of how things are going to be. And when the divorce happens, that plan is gone. It's that dream is broken. And it may be better in the future. It may be just different. But what you thought you had in your head, the dream, is gone. And I think that and from someone on the outside, granted I do not have this experience, to be empathetic, but I'm trying to be sympathetic. I think that there's a grieving process and that you should allow yourself to do that. So Kat's advice, who's never been divorced, to those going through divorce, I'm very careful about that. Sorry, guys. If you have better advice, I'm open to hear it, because I haven't been through that sad situation and that grieving part. Okay, so How old do you think someone should be when they get married? 16? 35? It's pushing it a bit, I think. But how old, and if you really feel like you're strong in your opinion, tell me why. I love to have a conversation with my listeners, viewers, whatever. So tell me why. Let's have this conversation. I think it's interesting, and it's much more interesting than all the stuff I'm tired of hearing about on Facebook about what's going on right now. Okay, so secondary topic, Scentsy. How many of you guys like smelly good stuff? Yeah? So my friend sells this Scentsy stuff, and you guys know that I'm a big believer in the network marketing business model. I just am. I think it's the best option for the average individual like me who doesn't have $20,000 or $200,000 to go out and start a business. I think this is a really awesome possibility for someone to start their own business. And so I support my friends who are in network marketing as much as I can. And so this is my most recent Scentsy order, and I thought I'd unwrap it with you. Check this out. They sell, Scentsy is wax, smelly wax pieces and like warmers and things like that. And I love good smells, so I love those. But it's wax, right? So shipping wax in the summer, those of you who are Amazon sellers, you know that you can't even send in candy, chocolate, to Amazon warehouses at certain times of the year because it might melt. So I think this is really cool. They shipped it in this aluminum foil puff bag to kind of protect it from melting. So let's see if that works, because right now the entire U.S. is going through a huge heat wave. I'm in north central Arkansas, and we've been hitting 94, 95, 93 for weeks. It is so hot here, and people here are not used to this, okay? So, oh, look at that. That's interesting. So I don't know if I think this came straight from the company. Let me check the label, see if the company sent this or my Scentsy friend sent it. I think this is straight from the company. Yeah, Meridian, Idaho. That's interesting. So straight from the company, it ships in this aluminum insulated bag, and there was an ice pack in there. That's really cool. And here, you can actually keep these. They make nice ice packs. I've gotten them when I ordered those food things you get. And the ice pack is even inside a plastic bag so it doesn't leak, with an absorbent paper towel of some sort. Well done, Scentsy. I'm impressed with how you ship your products. And it added a lot to the weight, so that was not a cheap option for them, because I didn't order that much, guys, and it was heavy. This is all I ordered. But they sent it, that's a cheap order, and they sent it insulated in this foil bag with that. Very impressed, Scentsy. Well done. Okay, so I ordered these from a friend of mine. She was having one of those parties, and I wanted to support her. But these are two of the scents that they're putting out, because they bring in new and put out old all the time. And these looked good. Oh, I like that. Spring has sprung. It really does smell light and fresh, like spring. I know we're in summer. I know. That's probably why they're getting rid of the spring. They're putting on sale. And this one is Welcome Summer. That's good. Light, very light. Maybe a little bit of lemon. I'm not good at telling you what the underlying scent codes and all that are for like perfume and everything. That's way beyond my expertise. But, this is the scent of the month. Oh, that's interesting. Welcome Summer. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so if you like smelly good stuff and you have a friend who sells that, you should probably support them, because it's good stuff. The smell lasts a lot longer. I have found, you can buy this at Walmart, okay, for $1. But I will tell you the truth, just as a consumer, that the stuff you buy from Walmart, there's more scent in one of these than in a whole pack of what you get at Walmart. Just saying. Unless you buy the really expensive ones at Walmart, like the Renews It or the Glade. Those are pretty good. But this has still got a lot more scent in one little thing. So, love you guys. I hope you had a great weekend. And I hope you're looking forward to Monday and starting a whole new wonderful week. And by the way, what age do you think you should be when you get married? Love you. Bye.